Let's first put a bow on week one with our very first installment of Top Plays and Prime Time Performers. Let's start with those aforementioned Tigers of Northwestern Lehigh, who rushed out to a big lead in their season opener with Wilson on Friday and never looked back. A fast start sparked by senior Eli Zimmerman, who tallied 3 of Northwestern's 7 total touchdowns as part of a 47-0 triumph. The dynamic junior needed just 4 carries to rack up 104 yards on the ground, finding pay dirt twice via handoffs. He opened the scoring with a 12-yard jaunt and capped his impressive night with an 80-yard scoring scamper. In between, the speedy senior notched a 3rd touchdown by way of a 49-yard punt return. Tigers opened the new season with a shutout after notching 3 clean sheets in total last fall. They're back home this Thursday, as I mentioned, for the annual Mountain Road Rumble opposite Northern Lehigh. Now, arguably, nobody enjoyed a faster start to the new season than Notre Dame Green Pond quarterback Matt Bodner, who in his varsity debut set program records for completions, attempts, passing yards, and passing touchdowns, completing 37 of 49 passes for a jaw-dropping 604 yards and 7 scores. And if that wasn't enough, the junior added an 8th touchdown on the ground. All this part of an offensive extravaganza over in Easton on Friday that saw the Crusaders outlast Garden Spot 71-64. Bodner with TD tosses of 5, 18, 34, 39, 52, 59, and 85 yards, connecting in the end zone with 7 different receivers, including 4 underclassmen. What can Bodner and Notre Dame do for an encore? Well, we will find out Friday evening when they take on fellow Week 1 winner Salisbury. Now, Week 1 wasn't all about offense, though. In fact, defense was the name of the game Friday between Saucon Valley and Bangor, the two combining for just 23 total points. The Panthers limiting the Slaters to just a single touchdown, thanks in large part to the defensive effort in the secondary. Senior Jack Robertson opening the new year with a pair of interceptions in the first half. That, plus a receiving score that gave his team a 16-7 edge at the halftime hiatus. Saucon Valley then with 2 more picks to finish the contest, courtesy of junior Isaiah McNally and senior Elijah Miller. Panthers keep Bangor off the board in the second half in claiming their first Week 1 win since 2018. Quick turnaround for Saucon here in week number 2, though. Panthers will visit Palisades coming up on Thursday night, and as I mentioned, we'll have highlights of that game coming up on Friday. Defense also on display over at J. Burney Crum Stadium on Friday as well, as Allentown Central Catholic opened the new campaign with an 18-0 shutout over District 3's Trinity, a game in which the Vikings just punished the visiting Shamrocks with a relentless ground game, compiling 218 yards rushing. QB Patrick Cahill led the charge with 90 yards on the ground, while Deion Johnson and Grayson Schmel racked up 49 and 46 respectively. Finally, Manny Rosario nabbed Central's first touchdown of the new campaign with a 6-yard TD plunge. As we noted earlier, the Vikings are in action Thursday against Liberty and live here on SEN. The Parkland Trojans then take center stage on Friday when they visit Freedom. Both teams winners a week ago. Parkland by 50 over George Washington out of Philadelphia, thanks in part to sophomore tailback T.J. Lawrence, who racked up 185 yards of total offense and 3 scores Friday evening. Lawrence scored the first Trojans touchdown of the new season, a 4-yard first-quarter dive, before adding a 6-yard scamper in the second stanza and a 63-yard pitch and catch just before halftime. Parkland led 35-6 at the break, en route to a resounding 62-12 victory. Lawrence ultimately with 116 yards on the ground to go along with 69 yards receiving.